top of the top, bottom of the bottom, whatever the hell you call it. Just finding out Childish Gambino dropped a new album. Fire. I just read a comment not too long ago from some bum that said, for somebody that doesn't like hip hop, you sure sound like you take a lot of that slang. I'll be so disappointed with people. First things first is you learn the slang in the streets. You shouldn't be really learning it from hip hop because it's, if you were born in the streets and lived in any type of urban community, and that's really where you get the lingo from. That's really where you talk your talk. But yeah, then the statement is what was it again? What was the dumb shit? I just said it. For somebody who doesn't like hip hop, you sure get a lot of your slang. I love hip hop. I'm obsessed with hip hop. Hip hop. What the fuck? You fucking kidding me? What's goody? I'm absolutely like, I used to rap. Like I love hip hop, man. I'm a fan. That day where I was talking about not wanting to interview rappers anymore was because I think that a lot of the fans are stupid as fuck. That's all I was saying is I think look, you can't deny it if you're a hip hop head and you watch and you look at comment sections. You cannot deny that a lot of these motherfuckers have zero knowledge. Like a lot of the people that you listen to talk about hip hop, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So, that's what I was saying in that specific clip that you probably saw is that I'm done dealing with hip hop people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that think that Drake's career is over, right? Like, come on, bro. And Los, I did not listen to it. But there's a lot of people that think that Drake's career is over. And that to me is like one of the most ridiculous fucking things ever. Like, don't get me wrong, he took a hit, right? Like he took a hit with Kendrick. Like Kendrick took a chink of his armor out. You know what I'm saying? So like, but to say his career is over is like some of the wildest shit in the history. What's goody? What's goody? And then I was like, you know what? A lot of these people talk in these comment sections and they say, like we live in the most copycat generation ever. They do as they hear. You know what I mean? You respond to things that you see on the internet. Whatever's trending, like people are like a trending list, right? You get to think about the top 10 things or 20 things that are trending in the world right now, and people's brains are literally operated that way. Like you could pick a friend that operates off a number one trending topic and number three trending topic. Like, this is how people operate. People are too fucking dumb to kind of live their own lives. A lot of us are. A lot. And there's no denying it. If you look at the comment sections, you'll see that people are too consumed. Not in just my comment section, any comment section, right? You'll notice that people are way too consumed in a lot of the bullshit that's going on. They ain't even really, like, people would rather talk about some shit that went on at Starbucks yesterday than to tell you what went on with their children. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's just like, just the way people are consumed into things, like, made with love, like you say about being a pedo. He literally had a whole fucking verse of his song talking about it, and then people got mad that he actually replied to it, right? So, all of it is dumb to be too consumed in, especially when it's a diss of two people disrespecting each other that are more than likely gonna turn out to be friends after all this. But we do get consumed in it, and I know how easy it is to troll people because their love for it. So why I wrote not like you, because too many people say not like us no more because they're trending topics. But I would never in my life want to be like a lot of these fucking bums out here. Like, think about what I'm saying to you. And I hope it resonates, because I know that a lot of my fan base are some real sons of bitches that really put in work, that really are out there living. And then there's the bums that sit there and comment bullshit the entire time straight pure losers that are like not like us. I would never in my life be like you. You don't represent the culture. You have no you don't have a fan base. You don't have support. You don't have a business. You don't have money. You don't have respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't ever in my life would imagine, like, when you say not like us, I hope you know that you're not resonating with a Kendrick Lamar, right? Like, Kendrick Lamar is Kendrick Lamar. He's doing what he does, right? He's on a completely different stratosphere than a lot of you individuals. And you're dumb enough to really sit there and think that that is the same type of motherfucking, like when he says not like us, do you know what you have to do to be a part of what he is and what he's speaking on? Like that's just a whole different, you're not like him. I'm not like you. The people that sit there legitimately all motherfucking day and hate and spew hate in comment sections are the weirdest type of people ever. Not just YouTube. We're talking about Instagram, X, Facebook, whatever platform you use to spew hate. It's a wild thing to do. I've spoke on this a lot, right? When I speak to a lot of people in the comment sections because I love trolling the people that troll me. And I love responding back to the people that are dope, right? Like there's now think about this, the opposite effect of that. The people that are able to show love and support on a comment section and they show love, like it takes a lot to do that. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to be able to sit there and respect somebody else and say, yo, I respect and I appreciate what you do. That's a real ass, like, that person just resonates good energy on a day-to-day. They're probably like, first off, their frequency is higher, right? Like just naturally the way they walk through, they spread positive energy. And they're probably doing a lot better in life. Like these are probably the two most different forms of people that you could possibly have. You know what I mean? Like you got the lowest of the low, people that legitimately think, I don't know. I just can't imagine what your mindset must be, right? If you are a person that would sit online watching another person's videos or reading another person's messages and then commenting under it to hate, like you have to be in such a bad space mentally. You have to be broke. You can't, people like that don't make money. I actually broke this down with somebody who was speaking on things statistically, like real actual statistics. More often than not, the people that have that type of mindset like are really, really in the lower tier. You know what I mean? Like you're talking about your $10 to $12 an hour type people like that are in a negative space and can't ever shake out of that funk. Because there's a lot of people that can't shake out, like they're stuck. You know what I mean? And it's shitty. I on a few podcasts, I spoke about my upbringing and how when I started really getting bread, aside from drug dealing, when I moved past drug dealing and I started really getting actual legal, legitimate bread, and how I always thought that everybody wanted it. Like, yo, everybody wants to be rich, right? And one of my mentors told me that's not the case, and my downfall is going to end up being that I always try to help everybody else dig out of that mud. He's like, yo, you're always trying to reach out to other people that don't want it as much as you. You need to realize that some people are content with where they're at, and some people are happy being in the lower tier. And I always thought at that moment in my life that that is impossible. There's no chance, right? And it's truth. Like, there's so many people that I tried to help out, put in better positions, but they were happy with what they had at that moment. They were happy with the, I'm not pre-workout, so I'm definitely fucking feeling it. I'm waiting to go in the gym. What's good? But yeah, Los, I'm telling you. But when you really think about how all of this shit goes down, no matter how much you want your boy to succeed or your spouse to succeed or your children to succeed, not everybody looks at the world the same way, and that's completely cool. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, hell yeah. But that's completely cool. People are gonna do them and be them. So you can't really, you know, we're always gonna want better for them because you want everybody in your team to get it. But there's few people like that. And the people that really sit on comment sections and sit on the internet to hate, if you got hate in your blood towards somebody that you, and the reason it's so crazy is because you could literally just turn away. You could click something else that will motivate you. You could click something else that will um that is entertaining to you. You could click something else that you love or care about, that you value. But you, if you sit, think about this shit. I'm telling you, like, psychologically, think about what I'm trying to say to you. If you sit and watch somebody you dislike, think about what has to go through your mind in order to even give that more than 10 seconds of attention. For what? And so you're actually, if you really think about it, when it comes to numbers, you don't make nearly as much. Your life isn't nearly as valuable. When I'm talking about when I sit on these podcasts with these individuals, I really do hope you know, for the most part, I still talk to each and every single one of them. In fact, the funny part is one of the people that I still talk to was Orlando Brown. Is Orlando Brown? I I walked away from that interview, that specific interview, really pissed off because of how high he was, right? How incoherent he was, knowing that he just got paid $5,000 to do an interview. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm a grown ass man. I'm allowed to be fed up with somebody, how somebody is conducting themselves. And there's people out there that are saying it was trolling and this and that. You literally don't pay attention. Like, this is a moment in a day, right? This is an entire day. You get a little glimpse of what happens, but there was a whole day involved in that. And there's a whole day involved with a lot of the people. You think that just like you got the exact same moment that the cameras went on and you saw from the, like this, the way it was experienced to you is when the cameras went on, me and him must have met right there. And when the cameras went off, that it ended right there, right? Like, to the fact that you could possibly imagine that is fucking nuts. It's nuts. It's really actually insane. You think that we made a exchange for finances this way? There's people out there that legitimately think that I paid this grown ass man $750 when I'm the one that reached out to him to do an interview because I knew it would go viral, which had exceeded my expectations. Some people are saying he finessed me. Are you fucking kidding me? You know how much money I made off of that fucking interview? I'd pay him that 15 times. You fucking nuts? Come on, pay attention. You really have to pay attention. Like, really, really, really have to pay attention. So I sit there and we bring him in, and it's just things like that. I'm not somebody that could function on that frequency very well. And when somebody's playing too much, boom, I'm gonna play the same fucking way you play. A lot of people say, yo, you didn't catch the fact that he was trolling. My boy, if you watched that interview, the one thing that you missed is I was the one that was trolling. Orlando Brown is who I'm talking about. I was the one. He kept saying other people's names and this and that. I turned into the other people. I literally said, you know what, fuck it. If he's not going to take it fucking serious, I'll be the troll. If you pay attention to the interview, now I'm playing the character of the people that bothered him most, and I'm making him change characters as he's fucking talking. Like, look at his face. He starts like, because he doesn't know what to do, because he knows I'm walking circles around him now. And I'm trolling him harder than he would have ever tried to. He even says it like, at one point you could see him like, fuck. You know what I mean? Because he couldn't wrap his head around it, that I kept changing characters on his ass. You feel me? So like, just pay attention. Pay attention. Yeah, the dude fucking actually sucked the goddamn microphone. You know what I mean? So it was wild, but yeah, like when you got to understand, a lot of the people that saw us from that, they may potentially become fans, but they weren't our original fans, right? Like, you guys weren't, you're just getting used to me. So you don't have any idea that I actually have 170 episodes or 180 episodes with zero confrontation. None. Beautiful conversation, dope people. You know what I mean? Like when I got a lot of, and I'm just trying to fucking help people understand. When you're hating on these joints talking shit, I'm actually not like you. So when you say not like us, I completely agree. I'm nothing like you. Nothing. I'm more like the people that you see commenting dope shit, and I'm having you go to the comment section, and I'm talking to the people that are dope. I'm going back and forth with the people that, and I respect and I appreciate every positive comment. Every time somebody reached out to me on Instagram from this shit, or wherever the fuck they reached out to me, everybody that like I had a fucking back and forth interaction with them on the comment section. Like I appreciate people like that. People like that are dope. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely involved. That's why I'm hopping on the YouTube lives now, because I used to always be on Facebook Live. I know I'm an old timer for doing shit like that, but I hop on the IG Live and I talk shit there. I really never participated in talking shit on YouTube Live like I am now. So this is your first times being able to see me and how I operate. This is me on a day to day. Like a lot of people sit there and they talk that crazy. Oh, Dan's is a bitch. He'd never do that in real life. You'll never even get the opportunity to see that if I do that in real life. The best thing you got is you're able to type some bullshit real quick and act like for whatever reason you're tough for the day, for the hour. But you'll never be able to come find that out in real life. I guarantee you that you'll never feel that way in real life. You might feel like you're tougher than me. You might be able to beat me up, but I got kids to go home to. You do too much fucking yapping around like that around me, or make any real fucking threats, I'm gonna lay you down. Like that's it. You're done. You gotta go bye-bye. You know what I mean? Like when I say I'm a grown man, that might piss people off a lot, but I genuinely mean it. I'm damn near 40 years old, and I want to ask anybody, if you were in my position, if you have a child or children, right, multiple children, in your home that you have to come home to every night, would you allow somebody the opportunity to pull you away from it? You know what I mean? I got a felony, and you better fucking believe that no matter what, at the end of the day, that if somebody tried to take me away from my children or my spouse or my family, I'm gonna lay them down. And then this is not to be tough. This is just to be just so a lot of the haters on and the bullshitters understand that, yo, for the most part, when you walk up to a lot of adults in this world that have real responsibilities and real things that they care about, they also won't play about you. Do you think that you could walk into a convenience store and just set it on somebody and not have fucking serious consequences to face in your life? You know what I mean? Like, you have to really truly understand that this isn't a game. This isn't a game. These people sit there and comment like the people that you're saying that think a specific way about me, still we kick it every motherfucking day. And on top of that, if I ever had a back and forth with somebody, you'll see that I've never played the game of backing down. There's another narrative. The narrative was, yo, you pressed the Island Boys, but you didn't press Benzino. First things first, the Island Boys shit was about as serious as whatever possibly in the world that you could think is unserious, right? And Benzino and I have sat down for 6 or 7 interviews. This is somebody that I talk to every week. Every single week for the past few years, I've been talking to Benzino, right? Like, we weren't gonna fight. You know, I was giving him the opportunity at that moment, like, yo, if you want to scrap, we could scrap. Like, but for what? What are we beefing about? We got a misunderstanding. So we went outside. He starts barking. I start barking. I'm like, yo, it is what it is. And then he's like, yo, you better get out of my face. I'm saying, or what? We're fucking pushing and shoving, and then we have a conversation, right? Hemi lifestyle. Appreciate that. Appreciate you. This is dope shit. You feel me? I really do. Hold on 1 second. My bad. I apologize about that. But so Benzino and I end up having this dispute. We clear it up. Like he's talking about, oh, he went crazy outside. I went crazy. Like I'm ready for whatever. Right? That's all we need to know. I'm not trying to be tough. I hope you really truly understand this. All right. I am 100% not trying to be tough. That is not what this is about. I'm just telling you realistically, I am an adult male with testosterone that fucking wants to go home and be a father at the end of the day. I absolutely love my children. Again, I am not trying to be tough. I don't care to be tough. I stopped caring about things like that a long fucking time ago. But when people sit here on the internet and say that I won't do anything or I won't do this and that, you guys got to stop doing that, because the first thing is we really don't know each other. You don't know me. I don't know you. All I know is you will not feel that comfortable in real life saying something that's stupid to me, because it could cause a serious problem, and that serious problem could impact the rest of your fucking life or mine. We don't know how shit goes down, but I know that I'm not going to allow somebody to take me away from my children. And I know that everybody in this fucking comment section right now that's watching live also feel the exact same way. So am I like you? Absolutely not. I am not anything like you. We are two worlds apart. I value these things. I value my platform. I love bringing. Yeah, people think that I just brought Orlando Brown there to argue with him. Absolutely not. If you see the beginning of the interview, that started 35 minutes in. The beginning of the original interview was 35 minutes in. I said, okay, let's restart, try to get a good conversation out of this. You know what I mean? I took care of him. He got first class flights. He got $5,000. I went and picked him up from the mall when he landed. He was kicking it, just chilling. He was tripping out then. You know what I mean? Like, the people in the stores were freaking out. Like, oh shit, this dude is trippy. You know what I mean? For the people that knew him and the people that didn't know him. Um, I went to the gym with him. This is where you listen, where he's talking about all these names. You pay attention during the interview. A lot of the shit you miss. A lot of people think they caught some secret stories. No, you completely misinterpreted it, because he's talking about the day. And then we went to or then I ordered him Red Lobster. He wanted food. I ordered him Red Lobster. He said, oh, what can I get? I said, bro, it's Uber Eats. Order whatever the fuck you want. Take the entire menu if you do. Get him Red Lobster. He's like, bro, I'm gonna look like shit for this interview, and I know we're going crazy viral. Could I get a haircut? I was like, I contacted somebody I know that cuts hair. You know what I mean? He tried to cut his hair. He tried to be patient with him. He told me that Orlando Brown was tripping out on a chair while he was cutting his hair. Charleston White, when he saw Charleston, he fucking went bananas. Charleston was like, yo, what the fuck kind of behavior is this? They both pulled up at the same time to the studio. And Orlando Brown had just a handful of shit. That's it. He had like a drink, fucking wallet, keys, and he threw it all in the air. A bunch of shit that just went in the air and all over the floor everywhere. And he started running after Charleston like a little kid trying to jump on him. Like, oh my God, Charleston, oh my God. Stuck his head in the car. Charleston's like, whoa, like, bro, calm down. And he had to get him to calm down. He calmed down. We all had to get him to calm down. And then he started panicking. He's like, oh my God, all my stuff is missing. Oh, I don't know where all my stuff is. And I'm like, yo, bro, you threw it all over the motherfucking lawn over there. And so he went there, picked that up, and if you really think about it, the shit was wild, absolutely crazy. I didn't bring him up to the platform to have a poor interview with him. I was hoping to have a great interview with him. I was hoping that, and it might have surpassed my expectations as far as the numbers and the way it performed, but it did what it was supposed to do. But I didn't want to have that conversation. He was well aware. We already had the conversations. He knows what he did. I know what he did, and that's it. That's at the end of the day. So he was hoping not to be called out on it. He did get intoxicated. Did we provide liquor? Yes, we had the bottle there. We always drink on our platform. These are grown men that come to the platform. We ask them if they want something to drink, or if should we not drink. We're always willing to comply and not drink if somebody doesn't want to even have liquor around. So this is just normal procedure. This is normal stuff. Like, we're not there to fucking debate with people. Think about it. You guys watched one episode. There's only been 3 altercations, and I just mentioned the 3 to you. There's been Benzino, which was light. Benzino and I just went back. We went outside. We fucking damn near fought. 45 minutes later, after smoking a blunt, We went back in the studio and we finished it, and we actually spoke about how to handle shit like men and resolve it and be able to come to a certain place to be at peace. The Island Boys and I, that altercation happened. I told him to sit the fuck back down. Let's finish the conversation. We sat down for another 2 hours and left on good terms. Orlando Brown and I got physical. Seriously. It actually happened. There's video of it, because I wanted to protect myself in case fucking somebody said that I was a dickhead. You know what I mean? Like, I got full video of everything that occurred. And yes, it did get physical. And yes, people, if they watched it, would think I'm a fucking bully. But if they listen to all the videos, they'd be like, damn, Danza had a hell of a lot of patience, and I'm surprised he didn't kill Orlando. You know what I mean? So, like, all this shit occurred, and it never got released because all the other stuff didn't get released because it's no reason for me to put that out there. I genuinely felt I carried this grown man into a fucking Uber. Literally, I had to lift him up and throw him into an Uber to where he later jumped out of the fucking Uber, literally. And the Uber was like, I can't deal with this, bro. Just call the police to get rid of him. Like, this guy, and he wasn't jumping out aggressive. He was jumping out because he didn't know where he was. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, oh man, bro. Like, it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning, and you're still doing the same thing. You know what I mean? So, we don't want to have. We don't want to have fucking beef with anybody. I don't want to do that to anybody. Are you out of your fucking mind? Literally. Like, there's people there. Somebody steps out of line, they will lose their life. You know what I mean? Like, come on. We got to stay, like, we're doing everything in the world that we can. We have dope ass conversations with dope people, dope moments. We've gone viral for just having dope regular conversations with people, just regular. And we had fucking AB up there drunk as a skunk, losing his goddamn mind. We took the blame for getting him drunk when he came through hammered. You know what I mean? And we still talk. I'm gonna be at his fight Friday night. So if anybody's out there, they got a real problem with me, I'll be at the Hard Rock Friday night, Hard Rock Casino, Fort Lauderdale, right, for the fights with Adrian Broner, and whoever the fuck he's fighting, right? The shit that just going viral now. So I'm gonna be out there. I'll be there. You know, so like this is just normal. I just tried my best, and I appreciate all the love that I'm seeing in the comments. I'm sorry, I'm trying to really get good at being able to talk to people on this while I'm holding the phone, because I got so comfortable sitting down, having the camera on me, and being able to talk to somebody else opposed to talking to the camera, that I forgot damn near how to do it because it's been so long. But I appreciate you. Shout out to Canada. I'm from Buffalo, so you know we're right around the way. Brittany Renner was a wild girl, crazy interview. My girl was super pissed off at that interview. Like, I'm just saying, like, the reason why I titled this Not Like You, because I'm genuinely just not like anything like you. I'm only like these people that are sitting there and they can relate to me. Like, we're similar. Like, stop pretending you're part of a culture. Like some fake ass people that are on these comment sections, and I promise you, I'm not talking about just fucking YouTube. Like, all these comment sections saying you're not a part of the culture, to anyone. I'm not talking about the comments to me. I'm talking about the comments in general. You are not, like, just stop pretending like you're a part of a culture, because you're not. We know you're not built like that. We know you never had a valid life. We know you never been that dude. Like, stop pretending. Like, it's just it's okay. Like, the people that are valued more in the world are the people that aren't like that, or the people that were from there that got away, right? I don't got to prove anything to you. I've been there. I've already done it. There's no reason for me to sit there and prove it to you. Like, hey, I did this on this day, and this on this day, and I spent 10 years doing this. Like, well, there's no reason for me to prove it to you. I've done nothing. Ever since I turned about like 32 years old, I've done nothing but try my absolute best to completely delete that part of me. Delete the way I communicated. Delete the way that it's getting dark and I know this shit slows down. Delete the way I communicated, because I really had a poor way of speaking, and it wasn't helping me in business. Delete my attitude. I had way too much of a fucking temper. Delete the fact that I always was a cheating fuck. Like, I couldn't not fuck another girl every time I was out at a club or fucking every time I met somebody. Like, I was a fucking man whore. You know what I mean? So, like, I had to completely separate myself from that drug dealing mentality that, oh, I could just fucking go out and get this and fucking do this. You know what I mean? I had to completely separate myself and grow the fuck up. That's who I am. You know what I mean? And it's true. I really did find Jesus because I started going to church like a motherfucker, and then I believed in it my own way. I got an interview coming out sometime this week or next week with Teofimo Lopez, who's got a fight coming up, and he like we spoke on this a lot. Like the way I view religion or God and Jesus is differently than the way you do. But at the end of the day, I spent my adult years legitimately pulling away from the way I once believed because I never wanted to be that way anymore. I didn't want to be that way, and I'm nothing like you. You know what I mean? You ever hear that saying where people say you changed? I always say that you didn't. Right? When people told me uh, back from the streets and back from my old neighborhoods, back with family members that I've separated myself from. Um, and I never separated myself from my immediate family. We're too close, if anything. You know what I mean? We talk every single day. I'm big on family, but people that you know we've all had family members that try to hold themselves close to us when you know that they're a fucking virus. But I've always done that and said that to them that I'm not like them. I changed, they didn't. But you're supposed to change. We're all supposed to change. We're all supposed to try to be better than what we once were. I am not like you. I am nothing like you. I will never in my life sit on a comment section typing to hate on somebody else to because I just wouldn't have enough time in my day to watch somebody that doesn't bring value into my life. You know what I mean? Like, you can't literally think that you're going to do something great with your life, but you're focused on the negativity. You know what I mean? Like, you just can't. You got to be able to dive into the positive shit, the inspirational shit. You got to be able to dive into money conversations. You have to. You know what I mean? And success isn't just money, right? Because a lot of people get to the money and then lose their fucking minds. I was fortunate enough in my drug dealing days that I did see a lot of money young, not crazy, not millions, you know what I mean? But I was able to see a lot of fucking money that I realized that this shit really don't bring nothing. You know what I mean? So that was a good 15 years of my life that I realized, like, what do I do? I fucking hit the club, I get bent, I fucking get a nice car, fuck some whore. Like, what am I doing that's like actually valuable or meaning something to me? I just feel sick every fucking morning. I feel like a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool for fucking. Don't get me wrong. It's cool when you're young as fuck and you can't handle your fucking testosterone. Like, it's cool, but it gets old quick and you realize you do more damage to yourself and your body and your mental state than anything else. So this is who I am. So when you see me talking in an interview, this is where I'm talking from. This is who I am. Like, I'm not like you. And I don't want to be like you. I'm not hoping that the whole world is my fan. Like, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking for my fan base. I'm looking for like-minded people, and I'm looking to have conversations with like-minded people. I don't mind. I tell people all the time, and I try to get to all the DMs that people DM me on Instagram, because I'm always operating the Danza Project Instagram. I'm always on it. I want to talk to those people. I want to be in the room with those people. You know what I'm saying? Like, DM me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk back. I'm gonna have a conversation with you. You know what I mean? I'm not too proud or too cool like that. That's where it's all from. Joe Budden used to be one of my favorite artists. When he was famous, he was writing back to his fans. I always found that valuable. Ryan Leslie did that. There's a lot of musicians that they talk to fans through their music every single time they start a verse. So like, that's who I aim to be. That's what my goal is. There's undoubtedly a time, if I continue down this path, that I won't be able to touch base with everyone. Obviously, you know, we all heard "Stand" by Eminem, but it'll always be a focus of mine because I feel like that's where I come from. That's who I am. So I really feel like I needed to say this today. I don't know why. I just felt like, you know what? I got to go out there and speak to the people because I don't want people to get stuck even watching any one of my interviews or conversations if they don't know who I am or value what I am. You know what I mean? Like, you want to watch me, cool, but you're not going to get it. I want to have people having interactions with people in the comment sections. Like, I like that about these platforms. I love watching that. I love seeing shit like that. But I got to get into the gym to get this workout because I already drank some of the pre-workout. As some of you noticed, like, I'm kind of jittery because of this pre-workout. But I appreciate you, every single one of you. Reach out to me on IG. I promise you, I'm not famous enough yet, so I will get back. There's not a million people reaching out to me. We do get a lot of DMs. We do get a lot of people that message me about work. I have opportunities for internships for the Dancer Project for like video creators, content creators and shit like that in the street team. But other than that, like, you know, I'm still trying to balance everything that's gone on with the Dancer Project. We have a fucking interview damn near like every day now, it seems. I'm exhausted, you feel me? I literally have a 4-month-old, a 5-month-old now tomorrow. I have a 2-year-old son. I have a spouse, you know what I mean? My girl is fucking 26 years old, you know what I mean? Like, I got my own shit that I'm doing. Like, I can't focus on everybody. I'm on the line with my mom every single day, with my siblings every single day on fucking video calls. Like, I handle businesses as well. I manage businesses. I fucking and I run the podcast. Is, you know, Kato and I, we're on the phone fucking 14 times a day talking about potential guests, conversations, all this shit. So we're doing everything we can. Like, I'm a little exhausted, but I do love talking to my fans and supporters. I fucking love that shit. Shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I am. I got a lady at home. Sweet lady, won't you be mine? But yeah, appreciate everybody, and y'all be safe. Have a great night. I have an interview that I'm hoping to drop the interview tonight with Roger Bonds. Spoiler alert: Roger Bonds has a specific mention of a gay moment of Diddy that he's witnessed, and he spoke about it on the podcast. This was Diddy's bodyguard, his head bodyguard. Worked with him for 12 years, and he's been on our show before. First time he was a little bit hesitant to go crazy to speak, but this time we had him sit down with us for 4 hours. We had some drinks, we kicked it. You know, there's going to be new victims that come out that you're going to hear about, new abuse victims. Like, the whole interview was crazy. I'm waiting for it to go green, and when I say that, I mean, like, YouTube be trying to hold my money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll put it in restriction for a while until they let it go. But, you know, and look at this, KB. Did I kiss the Island Boys? These are the type of people that exist on the internet after the whole conversation I had. Gays. But nah. So I'm hoping to drop that interview tonight. It'll be episode 2 of season 3. Roger Bonds. If it doesn't drop tonight, it'll drop tomorrow around noon. That shit is going to go public immediately. It's not going to hit the members only. That shit's going public immediately. It's a 4-hour interview. There's crazy moments in this goddamn interview. New victims, new stories about Cassie, all sorts of crazy shit. So you already know what it is. I got to get my ass into this fucking gym because I was across the street in the parking lot having conversations with y'all. Somebody dinged my fucking door. Shit's probably going to cost me $10,000 to fucking fix the little ding on my door from somebody opening their door again into my fucking piece of shit. But yeah, y'all be safe. Have a great night. Hit me on IG at the Dancer Project.